Shalom, shalom, coming at y'all with another video. Brother YAHAWASHI. And the title of this book is called The Bible is History by Ian Wilson. Taking this time to actually deal with the history of our Lord YAHAWASHI and the wonderful things that he did while he was in the synagogues. Also breaking down scriptures that certain Israelites did not understand on him coming as the Messiah or the Mashiach. So this is the page of the book, The Bible is History, page 213. Dealing with this actual picture that you see in front of you is the synagogue that YAHAWASHI taught in, the temple. It reads, remains of a synagogue at Capernaum, a Galilean town closely associated with much of YAHAWASHI's early ministry. So as you see the ruins of this old temple, this would be the temple that our Lord actually taught in and did his ministries in. So with that, we're going to go into the biblical text of the documents of our Lord teaching in the synagogue. So this is on the book of John, chapter 6, verse 59. And it reads, these things said he in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum. So the Lord actually taught in Capernaum. The picture that you've seen of the synagogue, a Galilean town, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is the book of Luke, Luke chapter 4, verse 15. And he taught in their synagogues, being glorified of all. So now this is not the same synagogue that the Lord taught in Capernaum, I don't believe, but the Lord taught in synagogues. And it reads 16, and he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. So the Lord was breaking down the book of Isaiah to them because he understood that it was his time to be it was his time to play the Mashiach, you know. He knew that he was the Mashiach, and he was trying to convince or tell the rest of the Israelites and the elders that he was the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing to look about in the history of YAHAWASHI. This is the book of Mark chapter 5 verse 22, and it reads, and he beheld there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet. So once again, the Lord was in the synagogues doing the work, man. This man actually fell to his feet. You know, his name was Jairus. Let me read that again. This is Mark chapter 5, verse 22. And behold, there came one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet. Whose feet did he fell at? YAHAWASHI. Because YAHAWASHI was healing people, man. He was actually raising the dead. He was healing people from demons and all different type of ailments, man. So they had to pay reverence to YAHAWASHI, even the ones that didn't like YAHAWASHI, because you had those that were jealous of YAHAWASHI, you know, jealous of his glory, jealous of his high stature, you know. Okay, so this is the book of Mark. Let's see what I want. Just getting all the scriptures that show that our Lord was in the synagogue. Okay, so this is the book of Mark chapter 1 verse 21, and it reads, and they went into Capernaum, And straightway on the Shabbat day, he entered into the synagogue and taught. So, you know, this would, okay, so let's go back to this picture. Let's analyze Salakia. Let's analyze this picture of the synagogue. This is the synagogue that's in Capernaum, a historical synagogue, and is highly associated with the synagogue that our Lord taught in, because he taught in many different synagogues. You know, it reads at the bottom, remains of a synagogue at Capernaum, a Galilean town closely associated with much of Yahawashi's. We know his name is not Jesus, but his name is Yahawashi, early ministry. And our Lord was all around the land of Israel doing the work, man. Which, you know, a lot of you brothers out there that's on the highways and the byways is doing. Because we come in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, in the glory of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, so this is the book of Mark chapter 5, verse, let me see what I want. 5 verse 35, and it reads, while he yet spake, there came from the ruler, from the ruler of the synagogue's house, certain which said, thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the masters any further? So, you know, it's talking about, I'm just bringing up the synagogue part, you know what I'm saying? Because whoever ran these synagogues, Yahawashi was always there, and he was always present doing the work, man, even on the Sabbath, because we already read that. Now, this is 36, Yahawashi. As soon as Yahawashi heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogue, be not afraid, only believe. So this is what Yahawashi said. He said, be not afraid, only believe, man. And I'm going to read more. It say 37. And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James, and John, the brother of James. 38. And he cometh to the house of the ruler of the synagogue, and seeth the tumult, and tumult, and them that weep and wailed greatly. So pretty much Yahawashi lived in the synagogues, man. You know, like a person that was a gym rat, that was always in the gym, Yahawashi was always doing the work. Our Lord was always healing. You know, he was always teaching. And you brothers in the spirit got to be you brothers that's in the truth, so like you got to be in the same spirit. Because we almost out of here, man. We want to pull out all the stops to be able to make it into the kingdom, man. Because this truth is so precious that you shouldn't be taking this lightly. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi, his eyes were red, not just because he drunk wine. It was because he didn't get sleep. You know, he didn't get rest. He was always working because he knew that his time on this planet was going to be short. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he was going to have to the Most High was going to beam him up. And now when he comes back, it's not going to be any more talking, because as that lamb that he came as, he's going to transform into a full-fledged lion, which he's going to destroy the wicked. The Edomites and the other nations will be destroyed. But, you know what I'm saying, and 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you will be destroyed. But 1/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians will be delivered. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5. And it reads, And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and loose the 7 seals thereof. So we in them times right now. We in the book of Revelation, and time is drawing near. So with that, I hope this lesson was edified through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. I was going into the history of our Lord teaching in synagogues. Shalom.